beliefs that we are to connect with. You see, it says the Holy Spirit of God abides within to restore us to the original royal identity that God intended from the beginning. Jesus is about restoration. You had it, but it was taken. It was stolen. It was tricked out of you. It was traded away. But I came to give it back. So you have the choice to either stay in this thing, this earth-cursed, sensual, devilish, demeaning place, or you can come into my presence and let me give you a fresh start. Holy Spirit leads us into a true awareness of heaven's relevance in our lives. We were born anew with the breath of God, translated out of the domain of darkness into the supernatural light realm of the Son of God's love. Through the sacrificial act of Jesus, we are now privileged to move into the superhuman, supernatural kingdom life of heaven on earth. That's our identity. Not everybody can do it. But that means because they don't have the right birth certificate, new birth certificate. When you get that new birth certification, that's what your life is. Again, it's like being given a brand new home, fully furnished, with everything stocked. The larder is stocked, the bathrooms, the closets, the rooms. Everything is beautifully appointed in that home. And you've been living by the side of the road. But they told you, this is your home. Here's the title deed. Here's the key. There's the address. This is the passcode into the gate. And even took you in there for you to take the tour. And you looked around and thought, wow, this is every dream come true. And then you went and slept out on the street. Why? Because that's just too good for me. You know, we went to visit a house in Tampa, Florida last week that was provided for women coming out of prison. I've not been to prison, but I've seen things. I've been to jails, and I've seen what prisons are like. In those little narrow gate cages. I mean, I walked into an inmate cell as part of the tour that I was on. Very claustrophobic. It stinks. You are just, you see them on television. I mean, but they're cages. That's actually what they are. A jail cell is a cage that a human being lives in. You can't pace. It's not very far. It's really probably just a little more than the width of this table that I'm sitting at. And you walk in there, and there's a bunk, and there's a little this, and some of them, I guess, have toilets. Or I really didn't like it. And to think of spending your entire life in that kind of thing. But these women, when they came out of that, would be able to walk into this home with beautiful furniture, beautiful floors, of stove, and the best part of all the normal things that we turn the key and walk into every day is that when they went into the bedrooms, they were separate private rooms that they had the right to open and close the doors themselves with little care packages and gifts, and she just did a beautiful job of it. And that's what they come out of prison to walk into. That is kingdom. I want you out. I don't care how beautifully appointed a prison is. A prison is a prison. A bondage is a bondage. Jesus said, no, you don't have to live in this anymore. So why do you voluntarily stay in the thinking processes? I told you I can say it that way. Stay in the mind, the set of ideologies and beliefs that keep you tethered to who you are not. And that's a question that we constantly must ask until we make a decision. No, this beautiful life whether it's toiling and serving others, because everything is not sweetness and light. We go into ugly places. We go into the highways and the byways. We do the work of the ministry. But on the inside of us, we have become that beautifully appointed place. Do you understand? Here I was saying, and I've read this to you before, about how many hundreds of thousands of people attend church every week, yet never receive the truth of God's original plan for their lives because of the other voices in their heads that they're listening to. Sadly, most miss out on the ministry of Holy Spirit for the same reason. They've not yet learned to recognize His voice above all others. Why? Because maybe nobody told you that when you become born from above, you get to shut out those other voices. They no longer have dominance in your life. You don't have to obey those voices anymore. You're not chained to them, tethered to them, connected to them, married to them, related to them, identified by them. There's one voice that speaks, and it's the voice that speaks through this word. The one that said, I have come that you will have life and have it more abundantly. That's the voice that you listen for. The voice that says that you are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. That's the voice you listen for. You don't listen to the voice that tells you you're the tail. You're beneath. You are poor. You are broke. You are destitute. You are forgotten. That's a lie. It's not your identity in the kingdom. And when we say that stuff, even in joking, oh, you know me, I don't remember anything. I forget this, I forget that. It's like,